This is the most terrifying robot in the world. Its entire body is made of liquid metal, and it runs on a computer chip built with Skynet's latest technology. It can shapeshift into anyone it wants. But now it has shown up in the primitive 1990s, because 35 years from now in the future, machines have taken over the world. To permanently eliminate human resistance leader John Connor, they sent the liquid metal robot T-1000 back to 1994 with orders to kill John as a child. When the human resistance learned of Skynet's plan, they sent me back through time as well, to protect young John. The first place I went was a bar, to get myself some gear and weapons. Everyone in the place stared me down. I walked straight up to a guy with a big beard.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You forgot to say please.
He pressed a lit cigar right into my skin, but what he could not believe was that I did not react at all. Instead, I grabbed his hand and snapped his fingers. One of his buddies saw this and immediately cracked me over the head with a club. That set me off. I grabbed him and threw him across the room. Then I turned back to the bearded guy. The others saw what happened and did not dare step up. Then I headed to the kitchen. The guy there wanted to stay alive, so he handed over his keys and his clothes without a fight. Once I had what I needed, I walked out of the bar, hopped on a motorcycle, and got ready to roll. But right then, the bar owner burst through the door, trying to save face for his boys.
Can't let you take the man's wheels, son. Now get off before I put you down.
I was not fazed one bit. I walked up to him slowly and snatched the shotgun right out of his hands. But I was not done yet. I took the owner's sunglasses too. Sunglasses on. I owned the place. The classic three-piece set was now complete. Next up was finding young John. Meanwhile, on the other side, the newly arrived T-1000 ran into a police officer. He knocked the officer straight to the ground and took his uniform and police car, then used the police database to look up John's address. At this point, John was only 10 years old, and deep in a rebellious phase, his foster dad tried to talk some sense into him. But John did not care. He hit the gas and took off, and rode over to a nearby ATM. Even at his age, he had no trouble, hacking into the machine and pulling out a few $100. But just as his friend was about to stuff the cash in a bag, he found a photo of John's biological mother inside. It turned out his mother 10 years earlier had uncovered the secret of the Terminator and tried to blow up a computer factory. But the police thought she was crazy and locked her up in a mental institution. At the same time, T-1000 followed the lead straight to John's house. His foster parents saw a cop at the door and figured John had gotten himself in trouble again. So they handed over John's photo and told him about the arcade John always hung out at. Once T-1000 had John's location, he rushed straight to the arcade, not knowing I had already tracked him there too. T-1000 walked around with the photo asking if anyone had seen this kid. He happened to ask John's best friend. Luckily, the friend was sharp and played completely dumb. After shaking off T-1000, the friend ran straight to John.